Welcome to Nelsonville-York Sports Network, brought to you by McFadden Insurance.
And welcome back to Nelsonville-York Football, live on Total Media Sports, presented by McFadden Insurance. Real quick, we'd love to give a shout out to all of our sponsors that help make these streams possible. Rocky Outdoor Gear Store, Nick Station, Air Claws Heating and Cooling, Farmers Bank, McFadden Insurance, Tri-County Career Center, Cajun Island at the Bridge, which will be opening in late November, First National Bank, the Gem Sports Bar, Hocking Valley Motors, Qdoba, and the Lodge at Hocking College. The Nelsonville-York Buckeyes welcome the Waterford Wildcats here to Boston Field.
Yeah, and that's the Buckeyes are once again trying to keep a loss out of that column and keep this undefeated streak going. Now, last year they ended up losing to Waterford 12-6 in the playoffs, right?
No, it was regular season.
It was regular season. That's my fault. And that was their only time ever matching up in history. So this game is a little bit of a wild card.
Yeah, last year it's, funny because Waterford won the TVC Hocking, Nelsonville-York won the TVC Ohio. So their matchup last year kind of acted as a pseudo TVC championship game. It, not really an official thing, but Waterford got the bragging rights that they beat the TVC Ohio champion so that they can, kind of claim that they won the TVC. And Coach Richards even mentioned that in our phone call, and he was like, we don't want that to happen again this year. And, last year they kind of came in, some of the players kind of came in with the mindset that, this is a smaller school, shouldn't be that big, tough of a matchup, but we saw what happened. Waterford gave them a game. Coach Richards really talked about how the running game wasn't really there last year. They ran for 60 yards, and they're averaging this year like 200 to 300 yards per game on the ground, and they want to keep that going strong and really emphasize this year that they got to get 200 yards on the ground to be successful against this Waterford team.
Yeah, and I mean, they have been so successful on the ground this year. It's almost hard to imagine that they wouldn't be this year, but, anything can happen. But again, they've just gotten about 200 or 300 yards per game on the ground. And that's not even mentioning what they get in the air. And their defense has only allowed 21 points up to this point in the year, and that's 4 games.
Their defense, though, is going to have to play one of the best games they've played all season because this Waterford offense can be electric. They won their first game against Vinton County 50-12. Then they beat Caldwell 21-6 and beat Shenandoah 49-0.
Yeah, but they are coming out of a game where they got shut out by the opposing team. That was Fort Fry last week.
That is correct. Fort Fry won 28-0. Part of that was Fort Fry opened the game on a kickoff for a touchdown.
Yeah, and that's just a momentum killer right out of the gate. That's so hard for a team to get a kickoff touchdown on, to come back out and act like that didn't take the life out of you.
And then Waterford proceeded to throw 4 interceptions, and that is just killer. You can't win a game doing that, and clearly they didn't.
Yeah, and it's really going to be whoever turns the ball over least in this game comes out on top. They've both struggled with it. Waterford with interceptions and Nelsonville with fumbles. There's been quite a few of those in the past couple weeks.
That is correct. Ball security is going to be a big thing this week, and it really will be this Nelsonville-York defense, which has been incredible all season, against this Waterford offense who started out super hot.
Yeah, and what we want to see from the defense is to just keep doing what they've been doing. They have been living in the opposing team's backfields, just getting tackle for loss after tackle for loss. They have 74 tackles for loss across 4 games this year, and the national average is 16. They are 4 times the national average in tackles for loss this year.
And not only 74 tackles for loss, but 9 sacks on the season. So they're getting pressure to those quarterbacks, to those running backs in the backfield. And like we saw last week against River Valley, off the snap, they were almost immediately into the backfield creating pressure.
Anthem, the Star-Spangled Banner.
Just a reminder, you are watching Nelsonville-York football live on Total Media Sports, presented by McFadden Insurance. We are about 4 minutes away from kickoff here at Boston Field in beautiful Buckdale, Ohio, where your Nelsonville-York Buckeyes will be taking on the Waterford Wildcats.
And I am just excited to get this game underway. I mean, it truly is a wild card. Again, they've only matched up once before in history, and it was last year. And both teams have had similar success to this point in the season. One's 3-1, one's 4-0. These are some of the best teams in TVC. Excited to get it going.
Teams are running out onto the field. The Waterford Wildcats running in. They come into this game 3-1 on the season. Their only loss coming last week at Fort Fry. where the offense kind of fell into a rut, throwing 4 interceptions, and then special teams giving up a opening kickoff touchdown. And that set the tone for that game, and the Wildcats could not get back into it. Your Buckeyes coming into this game 4-0, their offense being absolutely electric. They are outscoring their opponents 165-21 so far this season.
I mean, those numbers are hard to believe. If I hadn't seen them with my own eyes, I would tell you you're crazy. But that defense has just been ridiculous. They play like a unit. They get their eyes and bodies to the ball as soon as it's snapped. It's very fun to watch.
And here come to the field your Nelsonville-York Buckeyes, riding that 4-game winning streak, looking to get revenge on the Waterford Wildcats, avenging one of their losses from last season.
Looks like they're wearing those brown jerseys you've been talking about the past couple of weeks.
They've got the brown tops, white pants, orange helmets. The crowd is going absolutely crazy. It's electric here at Boston Field. Everybody is ready for Friday Night Lights as your Buckeyes take the field. Both of these teams are coming in ranked top 25 in their respective divisions. The Waterford Wildcats are number 21 in D7, and your Buckeyes are ranked number 22 in D5, according to Max Preps. Waterford did go 9-3 last year, reaching the playoffs. They lost in the second round. So this should be a great matchup.
Yeah, it really should be. This Nelsonville team has been dominant on both sides of the ball, and I think it's safe to say that Waterford has been too outside of last week. Last week was rough for them, but before then, they looked just as dominant as Nelsonville, so whether or not it was just a bad week or if they can bounce back and keep being competitive, that's what we're going to see here tonight.
Looks like the Buckeyes will kick off to the Wildcats to start tonight's action. Like we said, the Buckeyes in their orange helmets, brown jerseys, white pants.
Looks rather familiar.
Kind of. The Wildcats in green helmets, white tops, green pants. This is going to be a great game tonight. I'm excited to be here. You guys are in for a treat.
It's a very colorful game out there. I think we got a lot of bases covered on colors.
Cameron Sullivan lines up to kick the ball away. In the backfield, waiting to return the kick for the Wildcats is Marlon Gilmore, and I believe that's Hayden Jones. Weston Fairchild's also back there. Kick is off, and we are underway here at Boston Field. Fairchild muffed the kick and then got absolutely blown up by
I couldn't tell who that was.
I believe that was Jackson Blake, who absolutely lit up Fairchild there. So we will get to see the Waterford offense here for the first time tonight. Coming off of a struggle last week where I believe their starting quarterback actually got benched at halftime. So we are interested to see who starts here at quarterback for the Buckeyes. Looks like it will be Hayden Jones. He was the quarterback that got benched at halftime, but head coach Eric McCutcheon going back to him tonight.
Yeah, and that special teams play was just that hive mind football that we've seen all year from this Nelsonville team.
Hayden Jones will line up in shotgun, flanked by a running back. Fakes the handoff, keeps it, and gets about 3 yards before being taken down by Caleb Layton. Caleb Layton has been one of the leading linemen for this Buckeyes so far this year. Looks like that was Austin Gautier who stops the run play there for the Wildcats. It bring up a 3rd and 5 on this first drive for the Wildcats. One of the things that Coach Richards told me in our phone call this past week is he really wants to limit those big explosive plays by the Wildcat offense. Here we see the Wildcats going empty set, fakes the man in motion, handoff right up the middle. And that is Hayden Jones on the run, and he will slide down just past midfield. He broke through the middle of that Buckeye defense and ran for a almost, 40-yard play?
Just about. He got those legs churning, and they did not stop until he was about to get hit, and he smartly took the slide.
Wildcats went 3 runs there and are looking to continue this drive. Man in motion, handoff to Trevin Zimmer, who gets tackled in the backfield.
Add another tackle for loss to Nelsonville's total for the season.
Coming into this game, the Buckeyes are really effective at getting into that backfield with 74 tackles for loss so far this season.
That's almost 20 per game, and that's the Rusty Richards defense. He gets them into the backfield.
And met immediately. That was Avery Popmeyer on the tackle.
He is signaling that he was taken down by a face mask, but the ref waves him off.
That was Cameron Johnson for the Wildcats on the carry. Helmet got knocked off. So he kind of has an argument there.
Yeah.
You know, he could point and be like, hey, I ripped my helmet off, but ref's not throwing the flag, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 13 for the Wildcats.
Now they pulled off a first down on a 3rd and long last time. Let's see if they can do it again. Nelsonville's defense has got to keep their eyes locked because they are running option heavy.
Hayden Jones lines up in the shotgun, hands the ball off. That was not a handoff, my bad. That was a quarterback keeper by Hayden Jones, and he gets tackled, and that'll bring up a 4th and 9 for the Wildcats. We'll see if they go for it or decide to punt it here. And it looks like Jones is looking to the sideline. Trying to figure out if they want to go for it, if they're going to punt it. Looks like they are going to go for it. Jones keeps it and gets tackled by 3 Buckeyes, and that will be a turnover on down for the Wildcats. Buckeyes stay strong and get a turnover on downs. We'll be right back after this word from our sponsor.
Tri-County Career Center helps students build real skills for real careers. For adults, career development and certification programs can help you reskill, upskill, or start something new fast. High school juniors and seniors can jumpstart their futures with hands-on training in healthcare, construction, media, and more. And of course, there's always fun to be had too. Visit tricounty.cc today.
to the right and will fall forward for about 3 yards on the carry. That'll bring up 2nd and 7 for the Wildcats. Gautier on the tackle. Second and 7 for the Wildcats. There's the handoff to Zimmer again, and he will get a first down for the Wildcats. Looks like the Wildcats are just going to stay on that run game here. We have not seen them attempt to pass so far this game.
Yeah, and on that tackle was another of Nelsonville's highlight players. That was Caleb Layton, who has 5 sacks so far in the year.
Waterford gets the first down. I believe we'll see a run here to the left. We have 3 receivers out wide to the left. And the quarterback will keep it himself. Run up the sideline before getting tackled by Holden Hodgson. That was Hayden Jones on the carry.
Man, he seems to be very hard to tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 1. Buckeyes trying to get this Waterford offense off the field. Motion man goes, Zimmer, and Jones will keep it, and Jones will get into the end zone for a Wildcat touchdown. Jones made several Buckeye defenders miss, had one guy to beat, and he outran him as he ran to the end zone on about a 30-yard carry. Is that about what it was?
It seems right, and that was the first time in 2 weeks that either Waterford has scored a touchdown or that anyone has scored a touchdown on these Buckeyes.
So Waterford lines up for the PAT. Snap was good, hold down, kick up, and it is good. We are tied here with 3 minutes to go with 3.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Buckeyes 7, Wildcats 7. We'll be right back.
It takes determination to create a successful business. It's never easy, but always worth it. It takes making a leap of faith. It takes patience and late nights to reinvest in a startup. But it also takes asking for guidance from dependable people. All to turn a dream into a reality. People's Bank, working together, building success.
Welcome back to the Nelsonville-York football live stream here on Total Media Sports, presented by McFadden Insurance. Want to give a quick shout out to all of our sponsors here that make this stream possible. Rocky Outdoor Gear Store, Nick Station, Air Claws Heating and Cooling, Farmers Bank, McFadden Insurance, Tri-County Career Center, Cajun Island at the Bridge, which will be opening late November, First National Bank, the Gem Sports Bar, Hocking Valley Motors, Qdoba, and the Lodge at Hocking College. Score all tied up 7-7 here at Boston Field. Buckeyes about to receive the kick. Deep for the Buckeyes. We have, I believe, Austin Gautier and Walker Stone. No, that is Alec Thompson back there. They kick it to Thompson. Picks it up. Spins away from a Waterford defender before getting tackled at the 33-yard line. And here we will see the Buckeye offense for the second time tonight.
And what we're wanting to see here is just do what you did last time. You know, don't try to increase the intensity of your offense just because they went down and scored. You have a chance to still control this game. You get the ball first in the second half. You want to see them still try to control it on the ground.
Buckeyes go back to that I formation. Hodgson and Thompson lined up out to the left. Sullivan will drop back to pass before he is sacked by the Wildcat defense.
There's Dylan McCutcheon on the tackle.
And that'll bring up a 2nd and roughly 10 on this drive, on the second drive for the Buckeyes. Sullivan lines up in the backfield. He's got Thompson and Hodgson out wide to his left. They hand the ball off. And that was, I believe, Gautier on the carry. Falls forward, back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play. They give him 2 yards actually on that, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 16 for the Buckeyes.
And again, we've seen them convert longer on 3rd down.
Sullivan will go to the shotgun. Got 3 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Drops back and is immediately pressured, and that is
Colby Roberts.
Colby Roberts on the sack. He got that outside leverage on the Buckeye offensive line, and Sullivan took 3 steps out of that shotgun and was immediately tackled. He had no chance to even get that ball off. That'll bring up a 4th and 24 for the Buckeyes. So we'll see Sullivan in punt formation. Hayden Jones back to return for the Wildcats. Punt is away. It is a booming punt. It'll take a Buckeye bounce, and it'll go out about the 30-yard line. We'll be right back.
Athens County football fans, Tuesday nights just got even better. It's the Athens County High School Football Coaches Show, live from the Gem Sports Bar, presented by Rocky Outdoor Gear Store on Pure Rock 105 WXTQ. Every Tuesday from 6 to 7 p.m. Join us as we talk from coaches from across Athens County about Friday night matchups, highlight the athletes making big plays, and give you the inside scoop on high school football all season long.
And welcome back to Boston Field. You're watching the Nelsonville-York football live stream on Total Media, presented by McFadden Insurance. In motion, Jones decides to keep it. Gets forward for about 6 yards on the carry. And this Waterford run game has been very effective so far through their first 3 drives.
Well, I'll tell you what, Hayden Jones there, standing at 5'6", has just been so hard for them to keep track of.
In motion is Trevin Zimmer. They hand it to him, and he falls forward for about a yard, and it'll bring up a 3rd and short here for the Wildcats. Buckeyes trying to get this Waterford offense off the field. Forcing a 3-and-out is what they're trying to go for here. So 3rd and 4 here for the Wildcats. We'll see if they try to pass or if they stick with that man-in-motion run game. And it'll be Jones on the keeper, and he will get close to the first down. There is a flag in the backfield. Looks like he did get forward enough for the first down. We'll see what the flag is for. Personal foul against the Buckeyes. So that'll tack on 15 yards to the end of that run. They had the first down, but now they get into Buckeye territory off of that penalty.
Yeah, and this is something we've been seeing in the first half of all of these Buckeye games. Is just it takes a little bit of time for them to settle in, and they are not as disciplined in the first half as they usually are in the second.
And the Wildcats will not take a snap, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter, where we are all tied up 7-7 between your Nelsonville-York Buckeyes and the Waterford Wildcats. We'll be right back.
Tri-County Career Center helps students build real skills for real careers. For adults, career development and certification programs can help you reskill, upskill, or start something new fast. High school juniors and seniors can jumpstart their futures with hands-on training in healthcare, construction, media, and more. And of course, there's always fun to be had too. Visit tricounty.cc today.
Welcome back to Nelsonville-York football live on Total Media Sports, presented by McFadden Insurance. At the end of the first quarter, the Buckeyes and Wildcats all tied up 7-7. The Waterford Wildcats able to force a 3-and-out on the Buckeyes last possession, and that big personal foul puts the Wildcats into Buckeye territory. Waterford has the ball spotted at the 43-yard line. Nelsonville trying to get a stop here and prevent Waterford from getting any more yardage. In motion, it looks like it'll be number 10 again, Trevin Zimmer. They go for the pass for the first time tonight. Deep downfield. And that was Hayden Jones to Weston Fairchild. They've been so effective with that run game that you almost could guarantee that's what they were going to run first play out of the second quarter. But no, it's a pass, and it is a 43-yard passing touchdown. That'll put the Waterford Wildcats on top 13-7 early here in the second quarter.
Yeah, great play for the Wildcats. Get that play action going, get that tight end on the post route, and hope to find some linebackers out of coverage.
Riker Hutchins, the kicker, up and good. And that brings the score 14 Wildcats, 7 Buckeyes. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsor. Welcome back to the Nelsonville football live stream here on Total Media Sports, presented by McFadden Insurance. Buckeyes trailing 14-7. Not a spot they have seen themselves in much this season.
Oh no, they usually have the lead by the end of the first quarter and stick with it.
The only game that they have trailed so far this year was that first week at Trimble.
That's the only time they've trailed?
I believe so. Wow. And against Colgrove. Colgrove got that opening drive touchdown.
Oh, right.
But I believe this is the first time since that Trimble game that they have trailed in the second quarter. And we're about to see the kickoff here. And it goes deep to Thompson. Makes a few people miss before getting tackled at the 25-yard line. And that's where the Buckeye offense will start this drive.
Helmet came off on that tackle. Seems like he's okay.
And here we see the Buckeyes getting ready to take, their Buckeye offense getting ready to take the field for this drive. Looks like they're going to start in that I formation with Cunningham and Gautier in the backfield. Two receivers out to the quarterback's right. Handoff to Gautier, who gets hit in the backfield and will fall forward for maybe a yard. Thompson comes back into the game after getting his helmet ripped off. And a Buckeye lineman will limp off the field.
That is Brody Goodrich.
And I believe, are we getting a timeout on the field for the injured player? No, it looks like they're trying to get the players back on the field as Goodrich was limping off the field. The ref, I think, blew his whistle as Goodrich looked like he was about to go down and try to get some help getting off the field, but no timeout called, so we'll go back here to second down as we approach 11 minutes to go here in the first half.
Goodrich is on the sidelines. Looks like he's trying to walk it off.
Fake handoff. Sullivan pass out to Thompson. And nice little screen pass will get them about 3 or 4 yards. That'll bring up a third and manageable. Trying to keep this drive going. They went 3 and out on the last possession. We have Thompson and Hodgson lined up to the left. Nobody out wide to the right. Sullivan in the backfield with Gautier and Cunningham. They roll out to the left. Cunningham catches the pass, tries to fight for that first down, and will be stopped short by about a yard. They will mark him at the 25. The 26 was the line to gain, and that'll bring up a 4th and 1. If you're the Buckeyes in this situation, do you go for it, Noah?
Well, my only experience calling plays is on the Xbox, and that you can restart if it doesn't go through. But Rusty Richards usually makes the right decision.
Deep in their own zone, 4th and 1. Buckeyes lining up to go for it. Cunningham and Gautier in the backfield. They hand it to Gautier, and he will fall forward for a first down. So that's a first down for your Nelsonville-York Buckeyes. Move the chains. Great play call by Rusty Richards. Give it to your senior leader. Let him go out there and make the play.
Yeah, and I mean, he's 16th in the state in rushing yards. They really need to get him going a little bit more. Maybe try getting him out in space. Try to stretch out this defense a little because they are stacking the box. But
they go back to Gautier here. Gets out into space. First down and more. Makes the defender miss. 2 Waterford Wildcats collide, and that is a touchdown Buckeyes. However, there is a flag on the field. We'll see what it is. But for right now,
if that stays,
that looks like they called a hold on the Buckeyes. So that'll bring that back. Gautier made 2 Wildcat defenders crash into each other. Nobody could touch him as he ran up that sideline, but all for naught as there is a flag on the play. That holding call cost the Buckeyes a touchdown.
Yeah, and that was a 62-yard run. That would have put him at over 700 yards for the season here in week 5.
So now we have a 1st and 13 for the Buckeyes.
I gotta say, every time they're in this I form, a big play seems to happen.
They go back to, is that Gautier on the carry? Or is that Walker Stone? But whoever it was, that was Walker Stone on the carry, gets hit, fumbles the ball, Wildcats recover. So that is the first turnover on the night. These Buckeye running backs have had some issues with holding onto that ball through contact.
Yeah, and this is what we were talking about at the beginning of the game, is they need to limit turnovers and try to get turnovers on defense, which, I mean, just saying that out loud seems a little simple, but
in the span of 2 plays, if you're the Buckeyes, you thought you had a touchdown, gets taken back by that holding call, and now you have a fumble the very next play. This defense is going to have to come up big here. Fake the handoff, drops back, throws deep, and pass was incomplete. That was Weston Fairchild, the intended receiver. He was guarded by Brandon Hanley.
Yeah. There is a flag at the site of that deflection.
Looked like there was a lot of contact, and we're probably going to get a pass interference. Yep, pass interference on the Buckeyes. So that will give the Wildcats a first down.
Yeah, and right now these Buckeyes are beating themselves. They need to stay disciplined, and I'm sure they're going to hear about it at halftime when they go into that locker room.
Buckeyes defense has had several penalties so far in this first half that have given the Waterford Wildcats great field position. They had a personal foul in the first quarter, and now this pass interference sets up the Wildcats just outside of the red zone. Quarterback keeper falls forward for about 7 yards on the carry. Hayden Jones being very effective so far in this game for the Wildcats.
Yeah, and the Wildcats seem to have knocked away some of that confidence and stature that the defense had coming into this game.
Fakes the handoff, quarterback keeper, and he will get the first down. Hayden Jones is just running all through this Buckeye defense. He is finding all the gaps and is picking up first down after first down.
Number 1 for the Buckeyes, Christian Bobo, is coming off the field. I did not see who they substituted him in for, and also number 6, Noah Arnold, is coming off. I also did not see that.
They hand off, end the round. Hurdling his way to the end zone is Trevin Zimmer, and that is another touchdown for the Waterford Wildcats, giving them the score of 20-7. However, there is a flag on the field, I believe. Yep, down there by the goal line.
Could be a hold.
We'll see what the refs call. It's all the way on that far side. Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Buckeyes.
Now, at this level, does that just go on to the kickoff?
I am not sure exactly.
Well, I guess we'll see.
So 20-7 Wildcats on top. Kick is up, and it is good. Wildcats on top, 21-7. This is unfamiliar territory for the Buckeyes.
Yeah, they've never even allowed this many scores in a game, much less been down this many scores in a game this year. But this is really when coaching comes into the light. If Rusty Richards can get this offense down into the end zone on this drive, it is not all hope is lost. And if they can get the ball back again and get another score by the end of this quarter, then they're in great shape. If they can tie this game before the quarter's over, they start the next half with the ball, and then can really control things from there. But it just depends on how these men play and if they can get bought into what Rusty Richards is trying to do here.
Uncharted territory so far this season for the Buckeyes, being down 2 scores. It's the first time that the Buckeyes have been down 2 scores this season. They've only given up 21 points through their first 4 games. They have given up 21 points through a quarter and a half here tonight. The Wildcat offense has been effective. And you were asking if that unsportsmanlike conduct penalty would be enforced on the kickoff. It is. So the Wildcats will be kicking off from the Buckeye 45. If you're the Wildcats, you try an onside kick here and try to get good field position, or do you just kick it away and blast at it for a touchback?
I think you got to try for a touchback, but you also have to remember it can't bounce out of bounds here. This is a free kick, so it cannot go out of bounds. They need to make sure it isn't just an automatic touchback. The kicker needs to be.
They're just going to boom it deep. Buckeyes will let it bounce into the end zone. So that'll be a touchback. This Buckeye offense has really kind of failed to get anything going so far this season, or so far this game.
Yeah, and when they do, it gets called back. They need to just keep playing true to what they're comfortable with and just execute better.
First and 10 Buckeyes from the 20-yard line after that touchback.
I know people don't want to see a team just trying the same thing over and over again until it works, but sometimes that's what you need to do.
Sullivan lines up in the backfield with Gautier and Cunningham. Nobody out wide. They go right to Gautier. Makes the defender miss. Trucks over Braden Smith from the Wildcats, who's able to bring him down. Give him 5 on the carry. You know Gautier's got to be running kind of mad right now.
And this is what they want to do. They want to get their running backs past the line of scrimmage one-on-one with one of the defenders. And I think they're confident that if they can do that, then they can.
Back to that I formation. Fake option. Sullivan decided to keep it, ran forward, got about a yard on the carry, had Gautier out wide. Wildcats kind of sniffed that out. That'll bring up a 3rd and 4 for the Buckeyes.
3, looks like.
3rd and 3, correction. In this situation, are you going to Gautier?
I think I want to maybe do a toss.
Fakes the handoff. Deep down the field is Thompson. Incomplete, a little underthrown. That allowed Braden Smith to get there and break it up. Looked like Braden Smith was kind of just intent on tackling him, got his helmet in there, and incomplete. Brings up a 4th and 3. Buckeyes look like they are going to go to punt formation here. 6.5 minutes to go.
Yep.
Looks like they will go into punt formation. Deep to return for the Wildcats is the quarterback, Hayden Jones.
Yeah, and you really want to see this kicking team try to limit the return as much as possible. This is where they've struggled.
Booming punt. Backs Jones up, catches it. Makes the first guy miss, has a lot of space in front of him. Gets taken down by Dakota Cunningham. And Wildcats will have it at the 49-yard line. And we have a flag on the play. See what gets called here. It's a holding against the Wildcats. That'll back them up.
I wasn't quite sure, but I think I saw them grabbing onto the jersey and trying to block that way. And it was the Buckeye that had already missed the tackle, so there was really no need to even do that. Definitely something that the Wildcats want to clean up there.
That will back the Wildcats up to the 39-yard line.
29.
Their offense has been very effective today, running behind Hayden Jones and his typical motion man, Trevin Zimmer. They've had a couple big passing plays that have gotten in behind the Buckeye defense.
Well, it helps that Hayden Jones is able to hide that ball very well. He's very good with the options and misdirection that this offense relies on.
Falls forward for about 6 yards before getting tackled by Cameron Sullivan. Brings up a 2nd and 4 for the Wildcats. Hayden Jones has been doing a great job of running past this Buckeye defense. They're having a hard time keeping him in check. Zimmer gets the carry, goes nowhere, brings up a 3rd and short for the Wildcats. Buckeyes can't let a big pass play happen here. If you're the Buckeyes, you got to be careful of a receiver trying to get deep.
Yeah, and you really just want to put your safety far back. You kind of have to take him out of the run, but
here we go, 3rd and 3, 5 minutes to go in the first half. In shotgun is Jones. They look to pass it. They get the first down, and they get into Buckeye territory. Quick slant play. And that was Cameron Johnson on the reception. Gets the first down for the Wildcats and moves the ball into Buckeye territory. Wildcats just going to try to eat this clock as they go into halftime.
yeah, they really don't want the Buckeyes to have a chance to score before the half. Again, the Buckeyes start the half with they start the second half with the ball, so they do not want them to get the ball again and potentially tie the game on the first drive of the second half.
Buckeyes will take their first time out. We'll take it with them. We'll be right back after this word from our sponsor.
It takes determination to create a successful business. It's never easy, but always worth it. It takes making a leap of faith. It takes patience and late nights to reinvest in a startup. But it also takes asking for guidance from dependable people, all to turn a dream into a reality. People's Bank, working together, building success.
Welcome back to the Nelsonville-York football live stream here on Total Media Sports, presented by McFadden Insurance. Make sure you stay with us at halftime, as I had the opportunity to go over to the Tri-County Career Center and sit down with Dr. Andrea Townsend and get to learn more about the Tri-County Career Center and the wonderful opportunities they have there. Wildcats take over at the 41-yard line of the Buckeyes. 1st and 10, leading 21-7. Jones will keep it, try to run through the pile, but gets about, give him 3 yards on the carry.
Yeah, and this is the Buckeye defense that we've come accustomed to, right? They are not fooled by the options. They keep their eyes on the ball, and they swarm to it. And this is what we need to see from them the rest of the game.
Clock continues to tick. Hayden Jones lines up in the backfield, pitches it out to Zimmer, who gets tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Great defense there by the Buckeyes. Brings up a 3rd and long situation here for the Wildcats.
Yeah, and they have options. Is this their first 3rd and long?
I believe they had one in the first quarter sometime, but first 3rd and long in a while.
Yeah, and they have options. They have shown that the Buckeyes are not as prepared for the pass as they are the run, and that is certainly a weak spot for them that the Wildcats have been able to exploit.
Waterford going to let this play clock dwindle down. And I believe they're going to take a timeout and discuss what they're going to do. If you're the Wildcat offense, what are you doing here?
I think the best option, honestly, could be just to run the ball, try to get into field goal range. Then again, I don't really have a frame of reference for what that is for a high school kicker. That might be 20 yards further downfield. That would be a first down anyways. So, I'm not sure.
If you're Coach Richards in that huddle, are you telling your guys to be ready for a pass play?
I would certainly not rule it out. I would say look at the quarterback, see what he's doing before you even move, right? Because that's really what's going to be the tell, and see if the offensive line drops back or pushes forward. Obviously, there can be tricks from there on, but if you have a second to just stay calm and try to figure out what's going on before you move, you can have a better chance at stopping it.
Wildcats line up in shotgun. Hayden Jones, Zimmer getting ready to motion 3 receivers out to his right. They look deep, and they get a sack in the backfield. That is, I believe, Isaac Spielman that got back there and made the sack.
And that is the Nelsonville defense we've seen all year, ladies and gentlemen.
Coming up big at the end of the first half. Defense forcing a 4th and 10, getting that Waterford offense off the field. Jones lines up to punt. Deep for the Buckeyes is Walker Stone and Alec Thompson. Punt is away, and it'll go out of bounds roughly about, see where they spot it.
It's about the 19 or the 20 to me, but it could have been out of bounds before.
They will spot it at the 20-yard line, and that is where we'll see the Buckeye offense take over. They got 2 minutes to go down the field, trailing 21-7.
Yeah, and it's not that they haven't had big plays, it's that they haven't had big plays that counted. They need to stay disciplined and keep trying what they're doing, right? They will break through eventually. It seems to have broken through on defense. They just need to stay disciplined and stay true to what kind of football they want to play.
Buckeye offense will officially take over at the 23-yard line as we go into that I formation, and a timeout is called by Waterford. That'll be their second timeout of the game. We'll take one with them. We'll be right back.
Athens County football fans, Tuesday nights just got even better. It's the Athens County High School Football Coaches Show, live from the Gem Sports Bar, presented by Rocky Outdoor Gear Store on Pure Rock 105 WXTQ. Every Tuesday from 6 to 7 p.m. Join us as we talk from coaches from across Athens County about Friday night matchups, highlight the athletes making big plays, and give you the inside scoop on high school football all season long. Be part of the action and watch the show live at the Gem Sports Bar. Enjoy great food, cold drinks, and connect with fellow fans, players, and coaches. And if you can't make it in person, tune in each week to catch every interview, preview, and highlight as Athens County High School football takes center stage. The Athens County High School Football Coaches Show, Tuesdays at 6 from the Gem Sports Bar, proudly presented by Rocky Outdoor Gear Store. A special thanks to our additional sponsors, McFadden Insurance, Tri-County Career Center, Century Farm Market, Ocking Valley Motors, and David White Services.
Welcome back to the Nelsonville-York live stream on Total Media Sports, presented by McFadden Insurance, as Cameron Sullivan throws the ball deep downfield. Intended receiver was Gavin Levy, but could not haul it in. Threw that into about double or triple coverage there.
Yeah, there was 3 guys there on him. However, they weren't really close to the ball when he threw it. They got to the receiver's hands, played him well, but it wasn't an inaccurate pass.
No, that will bring up 2nd and 10 for the Buckeyes. Pitch out to Gautier, and gets tackled in the backfield for a loss of 3. Bring up 3rd and long for the Buckeyes.
Yeah, these blockers have not been as aggressive as we've seen in the past. They're usually going out getting their guys, but I'm not quite sure.
3rd and 12 for the Buckeyes. 3 receivers lined up to the quarterback's right, 1 to his left. Rolls out to his right, throws it, and is dropped. Had his receiver wide open. I think that was Levi Sneddon was the intended receiver. had the first down but could not haul it in, and that'll bring up a 4th and long for the Buckeyes.
You going for it?
Not this deep in my own zone. Sullivan back to punt for the Buckeyes. Jones deep to return for the Wildcats. Booming punt. Returned. Makes the first guy miss. And then goes down at the 44-yard line. And that's where the Wildcat offense will take over with roughly 1 minute to go here in the first half. If you're the Wildcats, how do you attack a 1 minute possession here in the first half?
I would say you have to come out of this drive at least with points the way you've been playing to this point in the game, right? You want to make it a 3-score lead on them and hurt the possibility of Nelsonville coming back in this one.
If you're the Wildcat offense, you want to demoralize the Buckeyes as you go into halftime. Buckeyes looking to make a stand here. Jones rolls out to his left, looks down the field, has a receiver, and they give him the catch. That is Gavin Heiner on the reception. He will be a yard shy of the first down. He'll be 2 yards shy of the first down. That'll bring up 2nd and 2 with just over a minute to go here in the first half.
Yeah, and Nelsonville just needs to be aggressive in the right spots. They need to not overcommit to these routes. As you can see, that comeback was a free completion for them.
And shotgun, Jones drops back, throws deep, and picked off by the Buckeyes, but out of bounds. That was Walker Stone. Could not get his feet in bounds, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 2 for the Wildcats. If he could have gotten inbounds on that, that would have been a huge takeaway for the Buckeyes. And that would have given him a minute to go down the field and try to make something happen. 1 minute to go here in the first half. Wildcats 3rd and 2. Fake the handoff to Zimmer. Jones keeps it, runs forward, picks up the first down. Zimmer seems to be that favorite motion man for the Wildcats. Jones doing a good job of disguising those looks. As the clock continues to tick here in the first half, Wildcats keep marching up the field. Jones rolls out to his right. Throws it deep downfield, wide open, ruling on the field. Ruling on the field was a touchdown, but there is a flag for a holding that will bring the play back. Wide open, nobody around him, was Gavin Heiner for the Wildcats.
I think what happened there was they recognized it was a very obvious hold. You could see the crowd react to that. You could hear it. I think the defense just...
Yeah, the refs didn't even make a motion in the end zone, and that'll bring up 1st and 20 here for the Wildcats with about 30 seconds to go in the first half. If you're the Buckeyes, you're trying to minimize any damage here. This Buckeye defense needs to stand tall.
They need to be patient.
Jones rolls out, makes the guy miss, throws it deep downfield, and that'll be picked off by the Buckeyes. Ryder Wolf on the interception. Haven't called his name much this year, but gets a big interception with 25 seconds to go here in the first half. Buckeyes gonna try to make something happen here. You got 2 timeouts in your back pocket if you're the Buckeyes. You got
that was Brandon Handley with the interception. Ryder Wolf is a Wildcat.
You're right. I was looking at the wrong roster. My bad on that.
I'm not judging. Just want to be
As accurate as possible and give credit where credit is due. Buckeye first down. Defense getting a big stop right before the end of the half. We'll see what the offense can do here. Out to Elliott. Makes a guy miss. Makes another guy miss. Tries to make the pass downfield and throws it short of Alec Thompson.
Well, you got to credit them for trying something different. They just weren't able to have a second to read their receivers and try to find a good place to throw it. A hurried throw was low.
Elliott is the backup quarterback and the JV quarterback for the Buckeyes. And brings up 2nd and 10 with just under 20 seconds to go here in the first half. See what the Buckeyes can do. Throw an out route. And that is Thompson. Thompson on the reception. Picks up the first down, gets out of bounds, stops the clock with 13 seconds to go.
How many timeouts does Nelsonville have
I believe they have 2 timeouts remaining. Might see a Hail Mary type play here. Try to get them into decent field position before making another big go at it.
I'm thinking they might try to break out a draw play here. Catch the defense off guard.
Don't be surprised if that ball goes to the hands of Austin Gautier. We've got Thompson and Sneddon lined up to the left. Walker Stone motions. Ball is passed, incomplete. Hodgson could not hold on to it. So that'll bring up 2nd and 10 with 11 seconds to go.
And this leads back to the main point of this first half, and that's just concentration. They are not on their game today. And what's good about that is something that you can see get fixed in that locker room in 20 minutes.
Sullivan comes off the field, and Elliott goes into shotgun for the Buckeyes. Fakes the handoff, runs. Will pick up a few yards. Buckeyes call a timeout. 5 seconds to go here in the first half. A little designed QB keeper with Elliott. We'll see what the Buckeyes have drawn up here with 5 seconds to go in the first half.
Yeah, these are the kind of plays at this level where you know they're going to call something fun if they're trying to score here. If they're just trying to get into the locker room, it'll probably be a kneel down or a run, but they probably wouldn't have called the timeout.
You got 5 seconds, trailing by 2 touchdowns. Do you try to draw something up big here?
I think you try to draw something up small. I think you try to make them think you're going big and go underneath, get those sneaky yards, and stay at the core of what you are as a football team, and that is a team that dominates in the screen game. And they just have not been able to get that going today, which is why I think it would be unexpected.
Just a reminder, at halftime, we will be broadcasting the interview that I had with Dr. Andrea Townsend over at the Tri-County Career Center. Be sure to check that out during halftime. Buckeyes line up in the shotgun. Sullivan back in there. 3 receivers. They pitch it out to Walker Stone. Makes 1 guy miss, makes 2 guy misses before getting pulled down shy of the 45. That will take us to halftime. Noah, what have you seen so far in this first half?
I have seen a team that is just not who they are. They just don't look like themselves out there, and I hope that is something that gets fixed in the locker room, because I know this team is someone that can dominate on those short gains and just work their way down the field gradually, sometimes breaking off a big play. It's mainly concentration. They need to keep their eyes locked on the quarterback. They need to be patient waiting for that option play, and patient waiting for these receivers to break on their routes when guarding them one-on-one.
I agree. We will take a quick break, and when we come back, we will have the interview with Dr. Andrea Townsend.
Tri-County Career Center helps students build real skills for real careers. For adults, career development and certification programs can help you reskill, upskill, or start something new fast. High school juniors and seniors can jumpstart their futures with hands-on training in healthcare, construction, media, and more. And of course, there's always fun to be had too. Visit tricounty.cc today.
It takes determination to create a successful business. It's never easy, but always worth it. It takes making a leap of faith. It takes patience and late nights to reinvest in a startup. But it also takes asking for guidance from dependable people. All to turn a dream into a reality. People's Bank. Working together, building success.
Athens County football fans, Tuesday nights just got even better. It's the Athens County High School Football Coaches Show, live from the Gem Sports Bar, presented by Rocky Outdoor Gear Store on Pure Rock 105 WXTQ. Every Tuesday from 6 to 7 p.m. Join us as we talk from coaches from across Athens County about Friday night matchups, highlight the athletes making big plays, and give you the inside scoop on high school football all season long. Be part of the action and watch the show live at the Gem Sports Bar. Enjoy great food, cold drinks, and connect with fellow fans, players, and coaches. And if you can't make it in person, tune in each week to catch every interview, preview, and highlight as Athens County High School football takes center stage. The Athens County High School Football Coaches Show, Tuesdays at 6 from the Gem Sports Bar, proudly presented by Rocky Outdoor Gear Store. A special thanks to our additional sponsors, McFadden Insurance, Tri-County Career Center, Century Farm Market, Hocking Valley Motors, and David White Services.
Hi, my name is Ethan Reagan, and I am here with Dr. Andrea Townsend, the superintendent of the Tri-County Career Center.
Yes, thank you. It's a pleasure to be here with you. Thanks for coming.
So you're new to this position, but not new to the community.
That's right. I actually joined the Tri-County team last spring, May 1st time. We had some visits but earlier in the school year, but May 1st came and caught the end of the school year, and then July 1st officially as superintendent here, and it's been quite the honor. Quite the experience, quite the honor. But some people may not know that I'm actually from here. My family farms in Logan. My family still lives on the farm. I actually showed 4-H animals in the Hocking County Fair most of my childhood, so it's great to be home. When the opportunity came up to return home after having a career in education and career technical education, prior to this over by Indiana in a very rural but much flatter space at Darke County, Ohio, I couldn't pass up coming back home though to this beautiful area with these wonderful people and this amazing career center here at Tri-County.
So the Tri-County Career Center serves 8 school districts.
That's right, 8 amazing school districts: Alexander, Athens, Federal Hocking, Logan, Miller, Nelsonville-York, Mulex, and Trimble. We also accept open enrolled students from other districts, and homeschool students are also welcome to join us. Those partnerships with those partner schools are invaluable. I don't have words to express how important they are, because each of those districts are amazing districts and serve their communities beautifully. And those students that they do send to us are incredible future for our society, our communities, and it's just an honor to partner with such amazing communities.
And the Career Center here has been around 50 plus years, which is incredible that it's, been around that long and still going strong and serving.
The history here is so rich. The folks who who started the idea of the Career Center came together as a team, and they didn't just start it. They they got it up off the ground and they stayed with it. They were a huge part of getting things going here. We are so thankful to them. And they really kicked off this vision of what we see as really inspiring and connecting individuals with their strengths, their interests, and their abilities. And so that kind of sums up in my favorite saying ever, your path, our purpose. That's what we do here. We want to connect you with the things that that interest you, so that you can make a career and have really the life you desire, the life you design from that. So that's the work we do every day. And it doesn't matter if it's like right here at Tri-County with high school students, in partner school districts, at their schools, or even with adult students. We have adult programming that's our work. It's just how can we connect you and skill you up so that you can be successful in the career of your dreams.
You guys have career programs here for students.
We have 25 incredible programs here. That's new this year. We just started an animal science program. So last year it was 24 and now it's 25. And that's a big honor, largely due to an expansion project we did this past summer, or actually this past year. It's wrapped up this past summer. We added some space in our ag diesel and electrical programming, freeing up some other space to start an animal science program. They're going to spend a lot of time with animals. They already have some small animals like residing in the program space, but also they'll be grooming and doing some other care things for animals that just visit. We also have auto body and auto service in that transportation realm. We have a whole suite of construction programming, including construction, but also HVAC and electrical. We also have building and property management. So those guys kind of team up together and they actually build a house every year, a house that people in our area live in and actually purchase from us. So it's a really amazing experience. We have cosmetology, and we also have some criminal justice and fire and EMS, which are like those emergency services, which are super exciting programs. We have early childhood education, which is always fun to watch, teachers becoming teachers. And we also do things in the technical realm, like graphic design and networking. We have an amazing new program called New Media Plus. It's not new, but it's relatively young. It's journalism, but for this age. So all types of things, podcasts and blogs and even social media, and all of the ways that we get information today. They kind of talk about that. We have some really exciting programs. Welding Technologies is really big and super well attended. They get like welding certifications, and they actually weld pretty much half their school day is welding. We have a power line program, which is thinking about electricity outside of your home. So all those power lines that you see, these folks actually learn to climb a power lines, the poles that hold those up, and do some safety things about that, and then understand the electricity and that grid that works through that. We also have sports medicine, Project Search, with medical fields represented with medical professions, and nursing technologies. I'm sure I've missed some, but all of our programs are incredible, and they have great instructors that make the content both relevant and exciting.
And not only do you guys serve students, but you guys also have an adult center here as well.
I know, and that's amazing. Our adult center serves adults of any age, just like we said. We have an adult diploma program, but we also have 6 awesome programs that if an adult was looking to skill up, like expand on their skills or try something new, oftentimes we can even tap into some funding or customize it slightly for you. Those programs include cosmetology, welding, fiber technician. Those are super needed right now. Certified nursing aid, phlebotomy in that medical field, really lucrative areas to be in. We started a new one recently called flooring, where you learn to install correctly flooring of all types, even some of the newer types on the market. And so that program is, I think, one of its kind, at least in this area. We're looking to expand that and reach that out. But if you're an employer or you're an organization and you have some teammates that need some skills, maybe even onboarding, we'll customize any training that anyone might need, put together like a plan and a program for that, and oftentimes we can even get that funded for even employers. So that adult programming is little known but super powerful, and I can't wait to see it continue to grow.
what are some events that are coming up here at the Tri-County Career Center?
Oh, I'm so glad you asked. Career technical education is incredible because it's based on partnerships. So it's so fluid, flexible, and adaptable because we work in a partnership. And I already mentioned about how critical the partnerships with our partner schools are. We really couldn't do anything we do now without our partner schools. But the other side of that partnership, that other piece of our unique strength is our industry representatives. We don't know what to teach if we don't know what industry needs. And the way we do that is by getting to know folks in those actual industries. Each program has its own little team of supporters or team of influencers, if you will, who bring different insight in. That's usually several people from industry, parents and students, and even post-secondary training representatives. All of those people come together and kind of help guide that curriculum so that it's definitely relevant to this industry in this area and right now. That little group, those influencers, are called advisory committees. And advisory committees support our programs throughout the year, not just with input, but also sometimes employment opportunities or just connections to the next step for students. And so every year in the fall, we like to say a big thank you to those advisory committees. And this year, our advisory dinner and recognition is October 16th. We're looking forward to all of our advisory committee members to join us that night for us to feed you, recognize you, and also get some input and have you design, help lead our programs. Also, if you're interested in being an advisory committee member, reach out to us soon.
How can students and adults get started here at the Career Center?
Oh, it should be easy. We hope it's easy. We have lots of presence online, so you can see us at our website. You can see us in Facebook and Instagram, soon to be Snapchat, I hear. So lots of places online you can search and find us. We also are intentional about getting out to students in our partner schools so that they're aware of the opportunities. We visit every eighth grader in the partner schools, and we have the eighth graders come to visit us. We do that same thing in 10th grade. We're working on expanding into some opportunities for ninth graders, or even having some lunchtime connections with our partner schools for any age group. We're building some mobile curriculums that could go down to elementary or even middle school and just start that thinking about what is it that you're good at, what do you like, and how could that lead to being a fit for you at Tri-County. But everybody is welcome to reach out to us anytime. We love to meet with people, parents, legislators, employers, industry representatives, so you can always reach out. We'd love to have you out to see it. We'd love to talk to you more about the opportunities for connection and partnership. And so you can always see us, just give us a call or reach out on our website, which is www.tricounty.cc.
So if you are looking for any more information on the Tri-County Career Center, like she said, visit tricounty.cc. Or if you have more specific questions that you can't find answers to on the website, you can email info@tricounty.cc.
You know my front porch, where we always sit at? So where they ran light fixtures, all that yellow wire that's just hanging. So I would like to just take galvanized metal and screw it, not like snappy, line it up right, but screw it all up there and just have a galvanized roof that I can dust and I got wire until I get it over.
That stuff that, I was going to say the stuff that we got from Lowe's is actually cheap. It might be cheaper to buy it than to find it.
I honestly want to buy it. I really don't think it was a lot. I really want to see it out there on my back porch. I go to the Lowe's section every time I go to Lowe's. And I found a really pretty, it's like an outside chandelier. I'd love to put on my back porch. So when you look up from 78, you see it right in the center. It's like this black iron.
He said, no, I'll move it.
We'll get to it. Buy it.
She's not taking car cracks.
Welcome back to the Nelsonville football live stream here on Total Media Sports, presented by McFadden Insurance. We want to give a quick shout out to all of the sponsors that make this stream possible. Rocky Outdoor Gear Store, Nick Station, Air Claws Heating and Cooling, Farmers Bank, McFadden Insurance, Tri-County Career Center, Cajun Island at the Bridge, which will be opening in late November, First National Bank, the Gem Sports Bar, Hocking Valley Motors, Qdoba, and the Lodge at Hocking College. First half in the books, and that first half was all Waterford. They lead 21-7 here at halftime. Noah, what did you think about that first half by the Buckeyes?
I think the first half was rough, but towards the end they started to look a lot better, and one would hope they can make the adjustments needed at half. It all looked like coachable mistakes, easy to fix to some extent. Just focus and patience is what they should be preaching on the sidelines here in the second half.
Buckeyes need to focus on taking down Hayden Jones. The quarterback from the Wildcats has been able to run pretty much wherever he wants and has made some incredible deep passes to get touchdowns for the Wildcats.
Yeah, and it's not only his ability to use his legs in the run game, it's his ability to use his hands in the run game as well. He is just fooling Buckeye defenders left and right. He is very good at hiding the ball, and it takes them a little bit longer to figure out who is holding it. And I think that adjustment will be made at this half, and they should be able to snap back in at defense like they have for the first 4 games of the season.
This is the first time that the Buckeyes have gone into halftime down 2 touchdowns. Normally they're up by at least 2 touchdowns. Their defense has been absolutely dominant so far this year, but struggling tonight against the Waterford Wildcats.
Yeah, and again, that extra second it takes them to be able to tell who has the ball has been hurting them a lot. Again, they are overcommitting and just need to be patient.
We'll take a quick look around the Tri-Valley, Ohio. Megs up 44-0 on River Valley. That is where Nelsonville heads next week. Alexander up 21-7 on Wellston, and Athens is up 52 on Vinton County. And in the other side, in the Tri-Valley Hawking, no scores available for those games. But as it stands right now, Waterford 21, Nelsonville-York 7. As we get ready to kick off the second half here at Boston Field. Lights are on, sun has gone away. It is time for second half action as your Buckeyes will receive the second half kick. And we are about to get underway here in the second half.
Back to receive, that is Alec Thompson and Walker Stone.
We will see what the Buckeyes do to start out the second half. A little bit unsure of who is going to pick that up. It was eventually Noah Loesch who picked it up.
And that kick had a weird spin on it. It seemed to turn 90 degrees and spin horizontally, which led to some confusion about where it was going to bounce. And luckily, Nelsonville was still able to get a decent couple of yards out of it.
First and 10 Buckeyes. Sullivan hands the ball off to Gautier, runs up the middle, trucks 2 defenders before getting tackled for about 3 yards on the gain. This offense for the Buckeyes is going to have to get going here in the second half. They had one big explosive play in the first half that ended up getting called back for a flag, and they could never recover after that.
Yeah, and a few potential big plays that turned out to be drops by the receivers. It's, once again, concentration.
2nd and 8 for the Buckeyes, trailing by 14 here in the third quarter. Handoff goes to Gautier, makes one defender miss before getting wrapped up in the backfield. That was Avery Popmeyer on the tackle for the Wildcats.
Yeah, and one thing I haven't seen a lot of from this Nelsonville offense tonight is misdirection, really. They've run a few play action screens, but not a whole lot of fake handoffs.
Back into that I formation, fake handoff to Gautier, looking deep down the field, and will dump off to the option there. Dakota Cunningham throws it kind of at his feet, incomplete. 4th and 9 for the Buckeyes, and they will punt on their first possession here of the second half.
Yeah, and I think that is the 5th incompletion for the Buckeyes tonight.
Buckeyes still struggling to get something going, and they will punt the ball away. And deep to return for the Wildcats. I believe that is Joel Warren, deep for the Wildcats. And he will let it bounce, and it will roll down inside the 20, about the 16-yard line. And that is where Waterford will take over for the first time this half. Absolutely dominant in the first half by the Wildcats. Their quarterback, Hayden Jones, leading the way rushing and passing.
There's not a lot to say that hasn't been said about him already. Magician with the ball in his hands.
He is really good at disguising those handoffs and keeping the Nelsonville-York defense guessing. His favorite man to go in option is Trevin Zimmer, number 10.
Oh. Looks like he is not lined up behind center.
Incomplete pass out wide. That is 22. And 22 not listed on our roster.
Yeah, he was who was back to receive the punt as well. I tried finding his name. We do not know who that is.
Caden Jones may have switched jerseys at halftime. It is a very possibility. I do not see number 3 on the bench. So he may have switched jerseys at halftime. Maybe his main jersey got ripped or something.
Yeah, not sure what's happening.
But he is going to keep it out wide and will get tackled for no gain. And that'll bring up 3rd and long for the Wildcats. I believe he just switched jerseys.
Yeah, I saw him next to Gautier. It looks like they're about the same height, so I would guess that is Hayden Jones.
So Hayden Jones, as far as we believe, wearing number 22 here in the second half. Don't want to confuse you guys at home, but we believe that he has switched jerseys at halftime.
Yeah, I don't see a number 3 on the sideline either.
Goes shotgun, looks to pass, and picked off by the Buckeyes. Austin Gautier, massive interception in deep into the Wildcat territory. What a play by the Buckeyes.
Exactly what that Buckeye offense needed to jumpstart them right here. This is a huge play, a huge momentum shift for these Buckeyes, and we hear a crowd full of people hoping that they can score on this opportunity.
That interception has gotten the Buckeye faithful here at Boston Field bound. Cowbells are ringing, the train horn sounding. Buckeyes in great position here under center. Sullivan goes, fakes the handoff to Gautier, looks over the middle. Diving for the pass was Alec Thompson, unable to haul it in. Would have been a massive touchdown if they could have gotten it, but incomplete, brings up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was an overthrow or trouble tracking it on Thompson's end, but maybe a mix of both. Just slightly out of reach for him, dived for it, could not get his hands on it.
Back into that I formation. Fake the handoff, pitch out to Gautier, and gets wrapped up in the backfield. And that is Trevin Zimmer on the tackle for the Wildcats.
Both running backs for both teams making impacts on both sides of the ball here.
Brings up a 3rd and 14 for the Buckeyes. Trying to get something going here in the second half off that big interception by Gautier.
Yeah, they just took Gautier out of the game. Looks like it is Dakota Cunningham lined up at tailback.
Probably a pass play here for the Buckeyes. Sullivan drops out, rolls out to his left, keeps it, runs up the middle, and he will pick up the first down, I believe. Yes, he will. First down, Buckeyes. Don't know if that was a design quarterback sneak, but He improvised and gets the first down for the Buckeyes, keeps this offense on the field.
Yeah, again, like you said, not sure if that was designed. If it was not and that was intended as a pass play, great decisiveness from Cameron Sullivan there. And just getting your team what it needs.
Buckeyes get a fresh set of downs. Sullivan will run right up the middle, and he will go into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Now that one was designed, and that is without a doubt.
Buckeyes strike first here in the second half, bringing the score 13-21. A great quarterback run by Cameron Sullivan. Right up the middle, almost untouched into the end zone, bringing the Buckeyes within 8 here with about 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. Kick is up, and it is good. 21-14 Buckeyes. Trying to claw their way back into this. We'll be right back.
Tri-County Career Center helps students build real skills for real careers. For adults, career development and certification programs can help you reskill, upskill, or start something new fast. High school juniors and seniors can jumpstart their futures with hands-on training in healthcare, construction, media, and more. And of course, there's always fun to be had too. Visit tricounty.cc today.
Back to the Nelsonville-York football live stream here on Total Media Sports, presented by McFadden Insurance. Your Buckeyes trailing 14-21, getting a touchdown off of that massive interception by Austin Gautier, which set them up for great field position. Cameron Sullivan picking up the third down on the ground and then picking up the touchdown one play later.
Yeah, great capitalization on the turnover, and this is what we were expecting these Buckeyes to look like.
Sullivan boots it away. Muffed on the kick was Zimmer, and he will get knocked down at the 27-yard line, and this is where we'll see the Wildcat offense take over.
Yeah, what we want to see from this Nelsonville defense this time around is to not get too comfortable considering you just got the ball back on a turnover. You still want to play aggressive, but still patient. You still want to take your time, see what they're doing, read that ball.
We'll see how Hayden Jones comes off of that last possession where he threw an interception. The Wildcats threw for 4 interceptions against Fort Frye. Keeps it, runs up the middle, runs backwards before getting tackled out of bounds at the 32-yard line.
And I think that counts as confirmation that number 22 is, in fact, Hayden Jones out there.
It's a little confusing. I don't know if maybe his jersey got messed up or just decided to switch it up mid-game. There's got to be some sort of rule against that, but it must have been something got defective with his jersey and he had to change. Hands it off to Zimmer, who will fight and get close to the first down. They'll spot him, I believe. Nope, they give it to him. So that is a first down for the Wildcats.
Now that I'm not as sure about, but I'm not a ref.
It was close. They don't measure, and they give them the first down. So a new set of downs here for the Wildcats as they continue to march down the field on their second possession of the second half. Met in the backfield. Buckeyes get there. Another tackle for loss for the Buckeyes as they continue to add to that season total.
I believe they might be at 78 or 79 by now. Came into this game with 74 tackles for loss. They had 2 sacks, I think, in the first half and 5 tackles for loss, somewhere around there.
Buckeye defense trying to stand tall here in this second half. They gave up 21 points in the first half, which matches what they gave up through the first 4 games combined. So defense trying to get a stop here. Jones has a man in motion, passes it out wide, goes through the hands of Gavin Heiner. If Alec Thompson didn't go for that hit, he would have had an interception and potentially a pick 6.
Yeah, but I'm not sure it would have been a drop if he hadn't gone for the hit. I think it was concentration, trying to get the ball away from the defender that led to the bobble and drop.
3rd and 10 here for the Waterford offense. They are trying to keep this drive going. Buckeyes trying to force them off the field. Handoff to Zimmer. Runs up the middle, but will not get anywhere close to that first down, and it'll bring up 4th and long for the Wildcats. We'll see if they go to punt formation. Looks like they are bringing out the punt team. Thompson going back deep for the Buckeyes. He is joined by Walker Stone. Hayden Jones to punt the ball away for the Wildcats. Snap right to him. Booming punt towards Walker Stone. He fair catches it at the 18-yard line, and that is where the Buckeyes will take over on their 3rd possession of the second half. This Buckeye offense trying to draw this game even. They're down by 1 score. They've got almost 82 yards to go here.
Yeah, but it really seems like they are starting to get comfortable here. I think they're starting to figure out what they are doing at Waterford. I think, at least on defense, they have that offense pretty locked down in the second half. Let's see what they can do on offense.
Fakes the handoff to Cunningham. Sullivan keeps it. Big play, runs over a defender, picks up the first down. Sullivan getting it done on the ground. He ran over Avery Popmeyer to get that first down.
And that is his 3rd rushing play in a row for this offense. And hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
We highlighted earlier the 3-headed dragon that they have in the backfield at running back, but you can't count out Sullivan. As a quarterback, he is fairly mobile. Pressure coming off the edge. They hand the ball to Dakota Cunningham, who runs up the middle, picks up about 3 yards.
He might get 4 out of that.
Some pushing and shoving after the play. No flags thrown.
Looks like they are giving him a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 for the Buckeyes here with just under 5 minutes to go.
Oh, it is a 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7. Sullivan lines up in the backfield. He is flanked by Dakota Cunningham. And Sullivan will keep it, tries to bounce outside before getting taken down by a few Wildcat defenders. Wildcats ready for that QB sneak that time. So that'll bring up a 3rd and 7 for the Buckeyes as they trail 21-14 here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, and although they've been starting to get some success going up the middle, you need to see them go outside a couple times.
Pitch out to Gautier. Makes 1 defender miss, makes 2 defenders miss. He will run down the sideline before getting taken down by Maddox Antill. However, flag on the play. I expect to see a holding call.
Yeah, Cameron Johnson for the Wildcats was sitting on the ground for the...
No, it is a face mask on the defense. So that big play will stand for the Buckeyes.
Yeah, they had a man just sitting on the ground for that play. I assumed he had gotten pulled down or something, but no.
Well, they will tack 15 on to the end of that run, and Buckeyes set up at the 30-yard line. Buckeyes failing to get those big plays to stand in the first half. Not only do they get a big play by, I believe that was Gautier on the carry, but they get the penalty on top of that, and they are set up in great field position here. Pitch out to Gautier, and tries to hurdle Zimmer, but he is able to take him down, and it looks like he will not get a gain on the play, and they will bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and they have not utilized Walker Stone too heavily to start off this game. And he has been pretty good with the ball in his hands. Wondering if they're going to get it to him sometime soon.
There it is, Walker Stone right there. And he will get about 7 yards on the play, bring up a 3rd and manageable, 3rd and 3.
Looks about right. Hard to tell from these angles.
As we approach 2 minutes and 40 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Gautier comes off the field. Cunningham in the backfield with Sullivan, who's in shotgun. He's got Stone and Sneddon out to his right. Hodgson and Thompson to his left. And it'll be a designed quarterback keeper. The ball came out, but they rule him down beforehand, and that'll bring up a 4th and 1. If you're the Buckeyes, do you go for it here? You go quarterback sneaker with Sullivan, or do you take the points? I don't know what the range exactly is for the kicker here at Nelsonville. Looks like they are going to go for it. If you are Waterford, you cannot jump off sides here.
No, not at all. And you know they're going to try to make you.
4th and 1, Sullivan under center. Runs right up the middle, and looks like he will pick up the first down with ease. So that'll be a 1st and 10 for the Buckeyes. I believe that is their 2nd 4th down conversion on the night.
Sounds right. Just good, safe play calling. And again, it looks like they're starting to finally find their groove and get comfortable out there.
And that gets the Buckeyes into the red zone here on this drive. Sullivan lines up under center with Cunningham and Gautier in the backfield. Pitch out to Gautier. Gets a good block on the outside. And looks like he will pick up 1 or 2 yards on the play. There were about 3 Wildcats who got over there to take him down. Buckeyes continuing this drive as we are under a minute to play in this third quarter. Buckeyes again trailing 21-14. First half was all Wildcats. Buckeyes really taking it over here in the second half.
Yep, Gautier coming out for Dakota Cunningham in the backfield.
Sullivan rolls out to his left, completes the pass to Walker Stone. He falls forward, gets close to the first down, and it'll bring up a 3rd and about 4.
Yeah, and this is what they need to do to get the next step of their offense going. First half, they were mainly held in check. They started to get things moving in the second half. Now they need to spread it around. Now that they've gotten their big guns moving, coming off the field here.
And that will take us to the end of the third quarter. The score, 21-14. Wildcats still on top. We will be right back with some fourth quarter action. Welcome back to the Nelsonville-York football live stream here on Total Media Sports, presented by McFadden Insurance. Want to give a quick shout out to all the sponsors that help make this stream possible. Rocky Outdoor Gear Store, Nick Station, Air Claws Heating and Cooling, Farmers Bank, McFadden Insurance, Tri-County Career Center, Cajun Island at the Bridge, which will be opening in late November, First National Bank, the Gem Sports Bar, Hocking Valley Motors, Qdoba, and the Lodge at Hocking College. Third quarter was all Buckeyes. We have 12 minutes to play. Buckeyes still trailing by 7 as they are deep into Waterford territory. They have it 3rd and 4 at the 12-yard line, trying to get to the 8-yard line here. Sullivan lines up in the backfield, and he's got, I believe, Gautier and Cunningham either side of him. And he will keep it, and he gets taken down before the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring up a 4th and, I believe, 5. I believe he lost yardage on that play.
And I think after going for it multiple times on this drive, I think it is time to go and kick the field goal.
We'll see what they do here. Offense looks like they're staying on the field.
Okay.
Sullivan lines up in the backfield. He's got Cunningham to his left. They look wide open. Touchdown Buckeyes. Levi Sneddon, nobody was around him. How do you let that happen if you're Waterford? There was nobody marking him, and he just waltzes into the end zone untouched. What a play by the Buckeyes on 4th and 5.
Yeah, I'm wondering what Waterford was preparing for, because so far to this game, whenever Dakota Cunningham has been in that backfield, it's been a passing play or a quarterback run. It has not been a handoff to Dakota Cunningham too often.
How do you leave a wide receiver wide open all alone? No other receivers were lined up on that side.
Yeah, and great job on Sneddon to keep that focus and come down with that ball.
Kick is up, and we are tied 21 apiece here with 11 minutes to go in the game. Guys, this is going to be a nail-biter as we come down to the wire. Buckeyes absolutely dominating so far this half.
Yeah, and Rusty Richards has always done a great job at fixing their problems at the half. And today's no exception. It is just a bigger test.
The halftime adjustments they have made are working so far. They level up the score, 21s apiece. This is going to come down to the wire. Buckeyes getting ready to kick it away here to the Waterford Wildcats. Jones, Hayden Jones back to return. He is joined by Weston Fairchild. Sullivan to kick it away for the Buckeyes. What a play by the Buckeyes to tie it up.
Yeah, they have really turned it on this second half.
Kick is away. Booming kick. And that is Fairchild on the reception. Gets great blocking. Has one Buckeye to beat. And Sullivan makes the touchdown-saving tackle. And he had help as Christian Bobo was there to help bring him down. Sullivan got a hold of the jersey. Bobo able to come up and take him down. Great starting field position here for the Wildcats with about 11 minutes to go here in the game.
Yeah, and this is another thing we've seen all season from Nelsonville is giving up these big punt and kickoff return yards. Something that we'd hope to see fixed throughout the course of the season. Obviously, you can't play perfect in the first half of the season. 1st and
10 Wildcats at the 44-yard line in Buckeye territory. Jones keeps it, runs up, picks the first down before getting tackled by Dakota Cunningham and Alec Thompson. That is another run there for Jones. He was able to run all over the Nelsonville-York defense in the first half. And that is the first run that he's really gotten in the second half that exploded for a big chunk of play, big chunk of yards. Fakes the handoff to Zimmer, hands it off to Cameron Johnson, who stumbles forward close to the first down. As we are under 10.5 to play here in the game. Waterford marching down the field. They have it 2nd and 6 from the Buckeye 28-yard line.
And Nelsonville is looking to remain undefeated.
Hands it off to Zimmer. Gets some good blocking outside. And it looks like he will pick up the first down. And that gives a new set of downs to the Waterford Wildcats. They are absolutely marching down on this drive. Haven't had anything going well for them in the second half. This is the first drive of any prominence for the Wildcats here in the second half.
Yeah, which is interesting because it doesn't look like they're doing anything drastically different than they were in the first half or at all in the second half, and somehow it just wasn't working before, and it's working now.
Buckeye defense is going to have to come up big here as we get a false start on the Wildcats. That'll back them up 5 yards, so it'll bring up 1st and 15.
And that will suck the momentum out of a drive, especially on a first down.
If you're the defense, that is a great play. If you're the offense, that is a momentum crusher.
Yeah, if you're a Wildcat, you just want to put it behind you. It's already done. It's like it never happened.
Clock continues to tick here as the Wildcats are deep into Buckeye territory. Quarterback, keeper. Jones finds the gap, gets forward, and gets close to the first down. So that false start penalty does not really affect them as they are able to get close to the first down and bring up a 2nd and short.
Yeah, that was a great block by number 64, I think, if I saw that right, on the Wildcats. That was Riker Hutchins. He's a senior and also their kicker. And really looked to have dominated that block.
Hayden Jones lines up in shotgun, emptying the backfield. Zimmer does not go in motion this time. It's a keeper by Jones. And it looks like he will be stopped short of the first down and bring up a 3rd and short. If you're the Wildcats, is this 4-down territory?
I think it is. It is 4-down territory normally, but tied in this game late, I think you are going to want to take whatever points you can and not leave anything.
Jones lines up in the backfield with Cameron Johnson. Jones will keep it, get down inside of the 5-yard line. No need to worry about a 4th down when you pick up the 1st. Noah Hoagie gets the tackle and saves the touchdown. 4-yard line is where the ball is spotted. Wildcats trying to punch in their first touchdown of the half. And it'll be a quarterback keeper, and he will be tackled by
Walker Stone.
Walker Stone gets the tackle, saves the touchdown. It'll bring up 2nd and goal. This Buckeye defense trying to make a goal line stand here.
Yeah, and with this elusive Wildcat offense, they really just need to stay patient on these options.
Jones.
It's funny that a team called the Wildcats would run so many crazy options.
Fakes the handoff to Zimmer, and Jones will march into the end zone untouched. That'll be another touchdown for the That'll make it 27-21. Just under 7 minutes to play in the game. That is the first touchdown of the half for the Wildcats.
Yeah, and just much better execution. It didn't seem like they were changing many plays around from what they tried.
Kick is up, and it is good, and that restores the Wildcat lead to 20-7. It is 28-21. Wildcats on top of the Buckeyes. We'll be right back.
It takes determination to create a successful business. It's never easy, but always worth it. It takes making a leap of faith. It takes patience and late nights to reinvest in a startup. But it also takes asking for guidance from dependable people. All to turn a dream into a reality. People's Bank. Working together, building success.
Presented by McFadden Insurance. Waterford scores their first touchdown of the half, reclaiming the lead 28-21 as we are under 7 minutes to play in the game. Waterford had some great plays there, chewed up a good chunk of time, but it was started by that massive kickoff return.
Yeah, and again, that's just what we've seen from Nelsonville all year, is giving up those big special teams returns. Okay, they were coming out of the huddle. I thought they were doing some weird formation there. I was just having a brain fart.
And the kick is away. And that is Alec Thompson on the return. Makes a guy miss, spins past one, gets dragged down at the 37-yard line.
And that'll get the offense going after that crushing drive from the defense.
Buckeyes trying to avenge this loss from last year where the Wildcats won 12-6. A lot more offense this year than last, but not where you want to be if you're the Buckeyes.
Hard to imagine this Buckeyes team only scoring 6 points. They have outscored their opponents coming into this game 165-21. Obviously, it's a little bit less than that now.
Gautier gets a good run on first down, picks up about 4 yards on the carry. That'll bring up second down for the Buckeyes.
And this is just what we need. Buckeye offense. Nothing special. They just need their guys out there to execute.
2nd and 4, actually picked up 6 yards on it. They go to right back to him, and he will fall forward for about 2 more yards, bring up a 3rd and short here for the Buckeyes as we approach 6 minutes to play in the game. Timeout for an injured player. That is an injured Wildcat down on the field. We'll take a break, and we'll be right back to Nelsonville-York football.
Tri-County Career Center helps students build real skills for real careers. For adults, career development and certification programs can help you reskill, upskill, or start something new fast. High school juniors and seniors can jumpstart their futures with hands-on training in healthcare, construction, media, and more. And of course, there's always fun to be had too. Visit tricounty.cc today.
Welcome back to Nelsonville-York football live on Total Media Sports, presented by McFadden Insurance. That was Cale Harris, who was getting stretched off for some cramping. Buckeyes run right up the middle. I believe that was Dakota Cunningham on the carry. And he will pick up the first down for the Buckeyes. As we go under 6 minutes to go here in the game, Buckeyes trailing 28-21. It's another first down for this Buckeye offense. They go back to this I formation with Cunningham and Gautier in the backfield. Lined up to the left is Hodgson and Thompson. They go right to Gautier, and he will get 5 yards on the carry. Gautier has been their reliable running back this year. He is second in all of Division 5 for the state of Ohio with yards carried so far through the first 4 games. Not only is he the second best running back in Division 5, but he is the 16th best in the state overall, regardless of division.
Yeah, he's just had an incredible year. Coming into this game, 636 yards, average of 10.3 yards per carry, and 7 touchdowns.
Sullivan will keep it, and he will fall forward for the first down. This Buckeye run game has been very effective here in the second half as we go under 5 minutes here in the game. Buckeyes trying to equalize here late as they have the ball at the 40-yard line into Waterford territory. Back to that I formation. Gautier and Cunningham in the backfield. They go to Gautier, finds a hole, makes a guy miss before being taken down by Avery Popmeyer. He will pick up 5 yards on the carry. Cameron Johnson was also there to help bring down Gautier.
Yes, it looks like they are getting Gautier comfortable again after a disappointing first half. I just am a little worried because when they got Cameron Sullivan moving in the third quarter, they kept trying to get him moving, and it became two-dimensional again. They need to keep spreading the ball around.
They go to Cunningham here, who runs forward, gets close to the first down. It'll bring up a 3rd and 2 as Gautier came off for a breather. And we have an injured Buckeye on the field. That is Caleb Layton, who is down, probably just some cramping.
Yeah, he was stretching out on the sideline a couple minutes ago before we came back from ad breaks.
It is a fairly humid night here in Buckdale, and we have seen several players cramping on either side. And he's able to get to the sideline as we have 3.5 minutes to go here in the game. Buckeyes have it 3rd and 2 from the 32-yard line in Waterford territory.
Yeah, and in case this game does go this way, how would overtime work at this level?
I'm not sure right off the top of my head. They get the ball off. That is Walker Stone fighting forward, picking up the first down, and then some.
Caleb Johnson immediately in the Buckeyes backfield, but Cameron Sullivan luckily grabbed his attention more than Walker Stone, who was getting the ball.
He tried to tackle the quarterback, and he was able to get it off to Walker Stone, who picked up the first down. Stone stays in the backfield with Cunningham. We've got Hodgson and Thompson lined out to the right. They go right back to Walker Stone, and he will get back to the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 10 for the Buckeyes.
Yeah, a few runs up the middle in a row, and they are capable of more. They can execute more than runs up the middle. I am hoping they don't fall into getting too comfortable.
Into shotgun goes Sullivan, flanked by Dakota Cunningham. Rolls out to his left, throws deep down the field. Underthrows his receiver, but there is a flag on the play. The intended receiver was Alec Thompson, I believe. The Waterford defender got there early. I believe that was Hayden Jones in coverage. And it looks like we are going to get pass interference on the Wildcats.
And if you're that Wildcats coach, you are disappointed, to say the least.
Buckeye fans getting excited here as the Buckeyes march into the red zone. They are spotted at the 13-yard line. That is a costly penalty if you're the Wildcats. Buckeyes had one of those in the first half, but this penalty could be costly for the Wildcats. So it's a 1st and 10 Buckeyes from the 13-yard line as we are under 2.5 minutes to play here in the game. And whistles sound. Timeout, Waterford. We will take one with them. We'll be right back as we are under 2.5 minutes to go in the game.
Athens County football fans, Tuesday nights just got even better. It's the Athens County High School Football Coaches Show, live from the Gem Sports Bar, presented by Rocky Outdoor Gear Store on Pure Rock 105 WXTQ. Every Tuesday from 6 to 7 p.m. Join us as we talk from coaches from across Athens County about Friday night matchups, highlight the athletes making big plays, and give you the inside scoop on high school football all season long. Be part of the action and watch the show live at the Gem Sports Bar. Enjoy great food, cold drinks, and connect with fellow fans, players, and coaches. And if you can't make it in person, tune in each week to catch every interview, preview, and highlight as Athens County High School football takes center stage. The Athens County High School Football Coaches Show, Tuesdays at 6 from the Gem Sports Bar, proudly presented by Rocky Outdoor Gear Store. A special thanks to our additional sponsors, McFadden Insurance, Tri-County Career Center, Century Farm Market, Hocking Valley Motors, and David White Services.
Play. That is a good first down carry. That is what you're looking for. Trying to run this clock out a little bit. Don't want to give Waterford too much time, if any at all.
Yes, and you just want to get to overtime, get the score tied, but you don't want to get overconfident that you will get in that end zone.
They hand it off to Cunningham, who is tackled immediately, loses about a yard or two on the play. That'll back them up to the 10-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd and 7 here for the Buckeyes as we approach a minute and a half to go here in the game. Sullivan shotgun with Cunningham in the backfield with him. Out wide we have Levi Sneddon. Drops back to pass, pressured, throws deep. Touchdown Buckeyes! Alec Thompson hauls in the pass, catches it over Hayden Jones. And
that's going to make up for the pass he dropped earlier, I'll tell you that much. That is a huge snag in the end zone for the Buckeyes.
Hayden Jones had the massive pass interference that put the Buckeyes deep in that territory, and the Buckeyes targeted him again, and they get the touchdown. They fake it. They go for 2. Touchdown Buckeyes. Oh what a play.
No one saw that coming. What a phenomenal play call by Rusty Richards.
When you have your backup quarterback act as a kicker, you can get creative with that. I saw that snap go over Levi Snedden's head, and I said, oh shoot, they muffed this, but no, it was a design fake, and they get the 2-point conversion. They are now up 29-28 with 1 minute to go. This game now falls on the defense's shoulders. The offense did their part. The defense has to do their part.
And fireworks going off in the distance after that play. I mean, what a gutsy play call.
That was a bold call by Coach Richards. They take the 1-point lead with 1 minute to go.
My heart dropped when I saw him drop back to pass there.
My heart dropped when I saw the ball go over the holder. What a play. Gutsy play calling by Coach Richards. The crowd here is absolutely electric. The Waterford side is absolutely stunned. 1 minute to go in this nail-biter of a game. The champions of TBC Ohio last year and the champions of TBC Hawking are battled in a game for the ages. Kick away. And it goes to Weston Fairchild. And he will get tackled about the 30-yard line. And that is where we will see the Waterford offense take over under 1 minute to play. Both teams, Waterford did take a timeout, so they only have 2 left here.
I mean, if this is how it ends for Nelsonville, you are full of adrenaline coming out of this game tonight.
The crowd is absolutely electric here at Boston Field. I can barely hear myself talking. We are under a minute to play. Waterford has the ball at the 30-yard line. Jones in the backfield, snaps it, screen pass. Zimmer gets a big chunk of play before being forced out of bounds at the 44-yard line, but a flag, and it looks like a holding. It looks like they called that holding on Braden Smith. We'll see what the exact call is. Holding on the Wildcats, and that'll back them up 10 yards, negate the first down. 49 seconds to play here. Buckeyes on top by 1.
You know, and before that PAT turned 2-point conversion, I was gritting my teeth because the Buckeyes had been perfect tonight on their PATs, which they hadn't been as of recent. I was nervous for them, but Rusty Richards decided to throw and not risk it at all.
Absolutely electric. Jones drops back to pass. Good protection.
Ooh, wow.
And getting pressure to him, completes it, gets the first down. Do they call the timeout to stop the clock? Timeout, or time stops on the first down to set. Clock starts running again. 30 seconds to go. They spike it. I didn't know you could spike from the shotgun. Wildcats spike it, bringing up 2nd and 10, under 30 seconds to play. If you're the Wildcats, you want those big plays, but if you're the quarterback, you can't run around forever in the backfield.
Yeah, but if you're going to, he did a great job of it.
Buckeyes got some pressure there, but
I mean, some of our guys were just engulfed by some of their guys.
Crowd getting loud here. 2nd and 10. Jones rolls out. Pressure immediately in the backfield. Gets grabbed. Incomplete.
Another flag down in the backfield.
Braden Smith, the intended receiver. And I believe that was Noah Loge on the pass breakup.
And holding.
Another holding against the Wildcats. So that'll bring up
second and 15.
Well, let's see here. Are they going to back them up? Yep, they will back them up. It'll be 2nd and 22. No, it should be second and 20. Because they spiked it on that first down. So second and long here. 23 seconds to go. Jones fakes the screen. They're going deep into double coverage. Overthrows the receiver. That was Braden Smith, the intended receiver, in the backfield there. Alec Thompson and Grant Elliott were both in coverage for the Buckeyes. 17 seconds, 3rd and 20.
And this Buckeye crowd is getting rowdy.
They are so loud. They're trying to get that Waterford offense off of sync. 17 seconds to go. Buckeyes holding on to a 1-point lead. Jones throws over the middle. And that is Weston Fairchild on the reception. Gets into Buckeye territory.
What are they going to do here?
If you're Waterford, you have to burn one of your timeouts. So that's what they will do.
Do they have one remaining?
They've got one remaining. Okay. 11 seconds to go. 29-28. Buckeyes clinging to a 1-point lead. We'll be right back with this thrilling conclusion.
Tri-County Career Center helps students build real skills for real careers. For adults, career development and certification programs can help you reskill, upskill, or start something new fast. High school juniors and seniors can jumpstart their futures with hands-on training in healthcare, construction, media, and more. And of course, there's always fun to be had too. Visit tricounty.cc today.
Welcome back to the Nelsonville-York football live stream here on Total Media Sports, presented by McFadden Insurance. 11 seconds to go. Buckeyes on top by 1. Crowd absolutely electric. Waterford has the ball at the 42-yard line. They fake the handoff, looking to go deep into the backfield. Overthrows, out of bounds. 6 seconds.
And these last couple minutes of this game have just been so exciting for both teams.
6 seconds, 2nd and 10 for the Wildcats. Game on the line here. They are trailing by 1 point. This is, if you're playing NCAA college football, this is an instant classic. Waterford looking to try to get to the end zone. They have 6 seconds left. Jones lines up in the backfield. He's flanked by... He keeps it, and he slides down. They call a timeout with 1 second.
I believe
1 second left. 1 second to go, 1-point game. Waterford burns their final timeout of the game. If you're Waterford, are you going for a field goal here?
I think I would. Again, I don't know their kicker. I don't know their trust in their kicker, but I feel like even at this distance, it is the safest way to try to win this game.
They would be lining up for... How long of a field goal are we looking at here if they try to go for it?
I believe it would be about...
Be 50 yards?
50 yards, yeah.
50-yard field goal. Will they try that, or are they going to go... They're going for a 50-yard field goal here, folks.
At this level, that's a tough thing to do.
It'll officially be a 51-yard field goal. Waterford lining up, trying to win this game. Buckeyes take a timeout, try to ice the kicker here.
Yeah, and I may be showing myself as not knowing what I'm talking about here, but I've never understood that. The icing the kicker with the timeout.
Yeah, you try to put some pressure on them, I guess, make them think about it, give them a little bit more time to think. They ended up adding 1 more second to the clock, so we have 2 seconds to go here. Buckeyes still on top by 1 point, but it is a 51-yard field goal that Waterford is going to attempt here to try to win the game. They had a couple massive penalties that backed them up deep, but one play got them into Buckeye territory. I don't know what this kicker's range is. Riker Hutchins, the senior, he is their kicker, offensive lineman, defensive lineman. Riker Hutchins, the crowd is absolutely loud here. Holding for him is Weston Fairchild. A 51-yard field goal attempt. Snap high, kick up. And it is no good. Buckeyes win. Buckeyes win 29-28. It looked like it had the distance, but it was a little left, I believe.
Yeah, it just barely missed the corner of that field goal post. And
that was a heck of an attempt by Riker Hutchins. He got close. Yep. That was insane.
What an ending to this game. Just exciting till the very end, and very much living up to what I expected it to be beforehand.
Buckeyes scored with 1 minute to go, elect to go for 2 out of a fake field goal, convert, and then the Wildcats are able to get down into field goal range, but the kicker pushes it wide left. Your Buckeyes come out on top. We'll be right back to recap this exciting game.
Tri-County Career Center helps students build real skills for real careers. For adults, career development and certification programs can help you reskill, upskill, or start something new fast. High school juniors and seniors can jumpstart their futures with
Welcome back to the Nelsonville-York football live stream here on Total Media Sports, presented by McFadden Insurance. The spectators here at Boston Field were treated to an absolutely incredible game. Waterford dominated the first half, got out to that 21-7 lead at halftime. The second half, all Buckeyes climbing back and taking that 29-28 lead with 1 minute to go. The game-winning field goal attempt by the Wildcats falls just short.
Yeah, and what an exciting win for the Buckeyes to get revenge on a team that beat you last year, a team in the TVC that is probably one of the only ones matched to your skill at least, and getting that win against them in such an exciting way, it's got to pump them up for next week.
For sure. Going for it on that 2-point conversion, you're afforded those opportunities when your kicker is also your backup quarterback.
Yeah.
They snapped it over the head of the holder right to the backup quarterback, Grant Elliott, who found, I believe it was Alec Thompson, in the end zone for that 2-point conversion. And when that 2-point conversion happened, this place went absolutely insane.
Well, it went completely silent at first, and then it went absolutely insane. A lot of gasps and surprised people in the audience of this one.
Believe it or not, Buckeyes using that 60% PAT conversion rate to their advantage there, making everybody gasp a little bit. Waterford probably was like, oh, sweet, they messed it up. Oh, man, they scored.
Yeah, they went 3 for 3 on PATs tonight, which might have been their first game, at least at home, where they hadn't missed any. I was nervous that they might miss that one, but that never became an issue because they did not try to kick it.
Buckeye defense struggled in the first half, keeping the Wildcat offense at bay. Buckeye offense struggled to get going, had 1 or 2 big plays that got called back for penalties, and Waterford took that 21-7 lead into halftime. Coach Richards made those adjustments at halftime. I don't know what he said to his team to get them ready to go for that second half, but they came out firing on all cylinders, scored a touchdown. Once they got that interception on that first drive by the Wildcats in the second half, you could feel things start to change.
Yeah, and they didn't change anything specific on offense, which is really what I like to see, because they know what they do can work. They know it does work. They just need to figure out how to make it work against this team. And they started spreading the ball around more once they got comfortable. They were getting off some bigger plays, and eventually it led them to the comeback win in the second half.
Buckeyes absolutely dominated the second half, got down in deep into Waterford territory. They had that penalty, the Wildcats had that penalty that set them up with great field position, that pass interference deep into the end zone. 2 plays later, they target the same cornerback and able to score a touchdown on him, and they go for 2. That 2-point play, biggest play of the game, gave the Buckeyes their first lead of the game. And, I mean, it proves to be the difference.
Yeah, again, they just seem to be a little more focused on executing everything the way it should be executed in the second half. They were a little more patient on defense with the options. They were able to read Hayden Jones's great sleight of hand on the option a lot better in the second half as well.
Your Nelsonville-York Buckeyes will head down Route 33, and they'll take on Meggs next week. Waterford heads out to Eastern. Before we go, we want to thank all of our sponsors that help make this stream possible: Rocky Outdoor Gear Store, Nick Station, Air Claws Heating and Cooling, Farmers Bank, McFadden Insurance, Tri-County Career Center, Cajun Island at the Bridge, which is opening in late November, First National Bank, the Gem Sports Bar, Hocking Valley Motors, Qdoba, the Lodge at Hocking College. We were in treat for an absolutely exciting game tonight. For everybody up here in the booth that helped make this stream possible, you have been watching McFadden Insurance Nelsonville-York football live stream here on Total Media Sports. For my partner Noah Lovely, I am Ethan Reagan. This has been Nelsonville-York football.
Thank you for watching Nelsonville-York Sports Network, brought to you